My name is Rocio Fierro. I was born in Chihuahua, actually, in Mexico, but I was raised here in El Paso. Some of the hobbies that I've had ever since I was little was drawing. My mom was really into drawing and painting, so I guess I kind of got that from her. And I've always been drawing ever since I was little and draw anything that comes to mind. Or I love Disney, so I would draw a bunch of Disney for my friends. And I like to draw people. People are a little bit harder, but I still like to draw that because I really like the detail. So originally, what my career was engineering. I wanted to be an aerospace engineer, but then people always talk to me about, you should be a lawyer, you should really consider going into politics and law. And I had never really sat down and thought about it because I was so focused on engineering. But then something happened in my family that made me switch my perspective, and I started thinking like, oh, well, maybe law would be a good career to take instead. The initial point, actually, the part where I switched and decided to become a lawyer was actually really recently ago. It was about a year ago, because my brother passed away, and I thought about it when we were at the courthouse, actually. And I was like, I talked to their lawyer, and I was like, maybe this would be a career that would be for me. So I thought about it, and then I switched, and the more I researched it and looked into it, I really loved it. So that's why I chose that career. Representing those that can't speak for themselves. So I thought about it, and I was like, engineering is a great field, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to be helping people in the way that I want. I'm actually involved in the Student Government Association here at EPCC, and I'm the president, actually, and I love it. I mean, ever since I've been in high school, I've always been involved. I like volunteering with any opportunity that comes my way. Like I said, I was involved in high school. I volunteered with the Holy Trinity Retreat Center, and then Habitat for Humanity, Rebuilding Together, just really anything that I find that is community service or volunteering. I always love to do it if I have time, of course. I am a member of the Gay and Straight Alliance here at EPCC. I'm actually the treasurer, and I've been a part of it ever since it was brought back up about 2 or 3 years ago. And I love it because our goal and our mission is just to make people from the LGBTQ community feel included and like they have a safe place to talk to people. And we actually changed the disclaimer for EPCC about 2 or 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. It used to only cover the regular ones that everybody has, the we do not discriminate against race, gender, and all of those. But they brought it up to student government to change it by adding sexual orientation, gender identity, and veterans. So we wanted to add all of those 3, and we did change it. And to a lot of people, it doesn't really matter because you're kind of like, it's just a little part in the disclaimer, like, you don't need to add it. But they don't understand how it's really important to be recognized and to show that as a college you are supported. So when they added it, it was really great, not just for the LGBT community, but for veterans, because they need to be recognized as well. I mean, they go out and defend our country, and that's the least we can do for them, is add them to a disclaimer. Another project that I'm working on, because I'm a part of student government and the Gay and Straight Alliance, I'm working on it, this new project for the LGBT community at EPCC. It's called Safe Zones, the Safe Zone Project. It's basically we do a training to faculty, staff, administration, students, and we're going to talk about kind of designating certain areas like professor's office, the student government office, the campus life, different offices, and different areas where we can have a sign that says a safe zone. And safe zones are specifically for the LGBTQ community. So if anybody ever feels like they're being disrespected or mistreated or harassed in any way, they can go there and know that somebody is there to talk to them, and that they can be themselves there and they don't have to worry about being judged. I'm studying political science and psychology, and then eventually going to go to law school. So that's what I'm looking for as a career. The reason I chose, well, political science because of law school, right? But psychology because I think it's really important to know the way people work and how to handle certain situations and different types of what do you call it? Personalities. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the blue, gold, that it's like a personality test. So learning how the mind works, how different types of people work, I think would be really important for law. So that's why I'm double majoring in that. But I'm also studying sign language. I'm doing the program here at EPCC actually. I want to get certified in sign language because I just think it's really interesting, and I think it's a language that a lot of people should think about or at least consider learning. I love the culture and the community. They're amazing people, so I really recommend it. So, Harvard's a great school, but I'm actually looking into every law school that I think would benefit me the most. So law schools that are somewhat close to my area and law schools that are basically anywhere. But I think what's really going to determine where I go is going to be the financial part, because law school is extremely expensive. So it really does depend on what scholarships I get and if I will be able to pay for it. So I'm open-minded to any law school, but there are a few that I'll probably focus on, maybe 3 or 4, but it really does end up becoming a financial situation.